And yes, Kathy has different views than I do, but it's great, and um, she's often worth. Well, I won't say often, always worth listening to.
I know for a fact she watches this show, so good catch.
Uh,
All right, people, we are back for episode number 19 of the Not So Serious Life. I'm Jason Goldberg. Steve, what are you doing? What? What is that?
what?
Are you a smoker now?
No, no, this is a cigar.
And what is that for?
Well, I don't smoke them anymore. I just use them for puffs now and then to look a little more carefree than I really am.
It works.
But,
Is that a Cuban?
yes, I got it from Mark Cuban.
So it's worth more than a Cuban, actually. That's
It is.
awesome. I love that. Okay, so we
I
are.
love a Maverick.
Yeah. You are a maverick in general. So we are back for episode number 19. Steve, you just go ahead with it. I love it. I think it's a great look for you. So by now, our inner circle members, our beautiful inner circle members, should have received something with a package that had a beautiful sticker like this on it. And here's the funny thing. I was so excited that we were able to do this, and Steve said, you know what, I'm going to take care of it, and I'm not going to even tell you what I sent to them. So I have no idea what Steve sent you. He may have sent you, my address to egg my house. I have no idea. So what I would love to have happen, if you've received a package from us, I'd love to see what Steve sent you. So take a picture, post it up on Facebook or something, and tag us, or put the hashtag not so serious or something. But I want to know. Steve won't tell me, so I want to know. So if you guys would do that, I would love to see it. Is that cool?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, tell me.
I don't smoke cigars anymore. You know why?
Why?
I used to be addicted
To cigars?
to cigars, and I'll tell you how I got addicted.
Okay.
Every time I had a major success in my life, I would celebrate by lighting up a cigar.
Yeah.
Well, it stands to reason it wasn't long. The guy was smoking day and night, and I got addicted, and I had to go to a hypnotherapist. This is a true story, Jason. I had to go to a hypnotherapist to relieve myself of this addiction. So now I just use them as props.
That seemed to make sense. Like if you have an alcohol addiction, you keep bottles of beer around just as props, right?
See, now it's starting to not make sense.
Drake says in one of his songs, we're drinking every day because we drink to my accomplishments.
Well, see, same thing.
You and Drake are like same page.
Yeah, we were the soul brothers.
It's amazing. I think this has gone.
Soulmates.
You're soulmates. I wonder what Kathy thinks about that. Okay, last box for the week, Frosted Flakes. You give me crap about sugary cereal, but you have a cigar in your hand.
Well, it's a prop. Right? I think that. You actually eat the cereal on the air.
Well,
I note that.
Steve, it's lunchtime. I'm trying to accommodate your schedule being 3 hours behind me, which means I have to eat on the air.
What's our question?
This is your fault. Okay. This one comes from Anonymous. And they say, how do you make a romantic relationship work when you hold opposing perspectives of the world? How do you make a romantic relationship work when you hold opposing perspectives of the world? And there's more to this story. This person says, in the first show, both of you guys happen to mention you're married. I didn't mean to say that. So my question is this. How do your wives feel about the philosophies that you guys espouse? Do they share your views? Do they challenge your views? Do they make fun of your views? Do they give you a hard time? The reason I ask is because I'm coming out of a relationship, but someone who I wanted to be married to, but due to some life circumstances, she became very negative, and I have been unable to change her or exist with her views. So now the real question comes out, right? How do I change her or whatever it is? But what do you think about that? Do you guys have any opposing views, you and Kathy?
Yes, absolutely. And but it's fine. It's fun. And the real question is, do I take that personally or not? Mm. And if I don't take it personally, then I realize opposites attract. And if we were exactly the same person with the same views, one of us would not be necessary in this relationship.
You'd be what's the word? Superfluous.
Yeah, good, Jason.
Thank you.
And but opposites attract. So celebrate opposing views. Don't argue. Listen. Listen. She may have a point. And yes, Kathy has different views than I do, but it's great, and she's often worth. Well, I won't say often. Always worth listening to.
I know for a fact she watches this show, so good catch.
Always.
Always. There's never a time where she has not been right. So yeah, I love that. And you know, one of the things he talks about too is he feels like he's unable to be in a relationship with this person because they became very negative because of circumstances. And he says, you know, I haven't been able to change her. And so thinking about this, I go back to Alicia and I had very opposing views, and it was in his example, I was his negative girlfriend or whatever she is, and she was this guy. So I was, you know, it's part of my story that I was raised in kind of a, you know, a victim kind of household, and so it was okay to lash out at people that were close to you because they're not going to go anywhere, and it was okay to get angry and destroy property when you're mad because that's just the way things are. And so we would get in disagreements sometimes because something would happen to me, let's say at work, and I'd get all pissed off and I'd literally throw a cell phone, like just because I'm mad. And when she would say, why are you doing that? I'd say, oh, well, I don't have any control over it. That's how I react. And so in this example, the way that things changed for us was that she used a combination of patience, communication, and threats. And that was how everything got fixed. So she was very patient with me. And I really mean this in all seriousness. What it came down to is that when I was being this way, she told me, I won't be married to a man who thinks that he has no control over his temper. She didn't say I had to change. She didn't give me an ultimatum. She just said, here are the conditions under which I will stay in a relationship with you. And then it was up to me to say whether that worked for me or not. And it didn't work for me to not be in a relationship with her. And so I decided to change. But she didn't change me. She couldn't make me change. So in this example, you can't make her change. You can let her know the conditions under which you agree to be in a relationship, and then it's up to her whether she wants to do something with that.
Yeah. Wow. That's a nice little piece of your biography. Yeah. And I can't really picture you as a rageful, negative person. But it's fun to picture.
Yeah, despite all my rage. What's the line that Bobby loved?
Oh, yeah, it's from Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, despite all my rage.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. So that was you.
It was me. I was a rat in a cage, and not anymore. Now I am free. Thanks to people like you, the wonderful Steve Chandler, I am free. And that is our question. So thank you so much, Anonymous, for that question. I hope it helped. And guys, keep sending your questions in. questions@thenotsoseriouslife.com. If you are not a part of our inner circle, shame on you. Go to our website now, thenotsoseriouslife.com, and sign up. This has been episode number 19 for myself, Jason Goldberg, and Steve Chandler. We will see you guys soon. Later. Bass.